Ladies and gentlemen, FourCourtJester here with Ask Mr. Robot, and guys, we have a contest for you. Do you like League of Legends? Do you like PAX Prime? I thought you might, because Ask Mr. Robot here has generously donated a spectator pass to the event all weekend, 3 days. All you gotta do is just get yourself there, but Ask Mr. Robot will be your ticket in. Very generous of them. So, with me here from Ask Mr. Robot is Peter, and we're going to talk a little bit about the website and then tell you how you can enter that contest.
Hi there, I'm Peter. I'm the main developer for the site. I do all the programming and created what you're going to see today. I don't do the pretty stuff. That's the other guys in our company.
Everyone needs a technical artist, sir.
Right. So yeah, I mean, if you want to bring the site up, we can just take the quick tour.
Alrighty, so we are going to be looking at the beta version of the League of Legends Ask Mr. Robot site. Now, you guys have done work with MMOs typically, World of Warcraft, Star Wars, Old Republic, right?
Right. So we're kind of translating our analytical approach to League of Legends. You know, no more taking screenshots of your win history to prove that your build is right. We decided to take a mathematical approach.
Yeah, math
so
is very solid.
If you were to click on Graves here, and we could take a look at him as an example.
Alright, so Graves loaded up. Looks like a glass cannon build off the bat, and looks like a whole bunch of gameplay.
Yeah, so we will have every champion eventually. The beta is just a beta right now. So the gameplay is very simple. Concise visual tips. That's the theme here. No walls of text. No anything like that, just a couple of what you need to know. These are a work in progress. So if you click over to the build tab, that's sort of the main focus of this page here. And this is your typical character build. It has everything: items, abilities, spells, runes, and masteries. In a very concise format. You don't have to go through several pages of a guide or anything.
No, it's just laid out right there for you. As you say, you know, nice simple lines, everything's nicely in a row. Oh, you even put the keys to their abilities.
Yeah, I can't remember the names of my abilities. It's just cute.
They can have the casters out there.
Right. And the main thing that sets these builds apart from the other build sites is they're actually backed up by some analysis. We didn't just play a bunch of games and say, oh, it felt pretty good. So if you view the analysis, you can see we have a set of graphs that we've made to kind of test these builds in a mathematical way. So here we just have an example graph for Graves. These are still under development, so take what you see on the beta with a grain of salt. The final versions will be released soon. And yeah, it just compares over the course of a game how will these items stack up against each other. And then we've written a little description. And here you see, you know, the typical Infinity Edge does really well. Trinity Force is crappy for Graves, that sort of thing. And the really good thing about the website is that you can make your own graphs and do your own analysis of characters and builds. So if you were to just, you know, hop over to the build analyzer page.
That's this one. Yep.
Yep. So here's the build analyzer, and here you can make your own graph for Graves. You can, if you scroll down the page just a little bit, you can see here is the build that this graph is showing right now. And you can change everything on here. You can change the items to whatever you want. You can change the ability sequence that you got throughout the game. You can change the time at which you got the items to kind of simulate a slow start, a fast start to the game. And then it'll re-graph it at the top. Show you, this graph is showing your damage per second against the target dummy. The target dummy just stands there taking it in the face. So, you know what, an ELO 1100 player or so.
Oh, I see. And you can even edit the ability sequences. You can drag these markers. A lot of drag and drop technology. As a fellow coder, I'm very impressed with all that.
Yeah, we put that in because one thing that was really missing from a lot of build analysis is the timing of it. Like, what if I hold out a long time to get an Infinity Edge? Whoops, an error. Awesome.
It is beta.
It is a beta. It's more like an alpha. You know, if I hold out a long time to get an expensive item, am I going to get creamed in the early game? A lot of builds seem to forget this whole concept of, oh, it takes time to get gold. And so here you can see there's a few types at the top. You can just kind of play around with these options as much as you want. Probably, yeah, you can pick an opponent and it'll do a duel between those two guys. The duel graph is kind of a really fun graph. You'll see there's a gray line there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything above the line means Graves won. Anything below the line means Jace won.
Ooh, Jace.
As you can see, Jace is really good. He's really good at killing AD carries.
Kicking his ass all the way up and down. So, wow, this looks like a lot of technology going into behind your site.
Yeah, we did a lot of research. If you click on that Show More Details button, this is for the hardcore user. You see that table, that awesome table on the right there?
Yep.
It shows you exactly what we modeled. It shows you at every time point, you know, what ability was used, how much damage it did, that sort of thing. So there's nothing, it's not a black box. You can just bring that up whenever you want and see what we're modeling.
So you even got like AI simulations going on behind this. Reminds me a little bit of Deadliest Warrior, which is a show on, I think, like TSN or something, where they pit two of these massively deadly warriors from the past against each other. Well, reminds me a little bit like that.
Yeah, it's you know, for the people who've done or played a lot of World of Warcraft or MMO games, people love making simulators for those games, and this is kind of built out of that same concept. Except, you know, it's really hard to simulate a PvP game. There's too many variables.
Yeah.
So we take the parts that you can do mathematically, and we say, well, if you get an Infinity Edge, you are going to do more damage than if you get a Black Cleaver or whatever. Your skill might completely change the outcome of the game, but on average, you're going to get a bigger edge.
Wow. Well, looks like you guys are well on your way to creating a fully fleshed out site, and to help celebrate that, I hear that possibly you might be having this released to the public soon.
Yes, very soon. We're going to do another update to the beta within a day or two, and we hope to have a release within by the end of the month.
Alright, well, that sounds very cool. Ask Mr. Robot, see and expect big things coming out of them guys. So now, on to the contest. PAX Prime, Ask Mr. Robot has a 3-day pass for you guys. All you have to do is just leave a comment in the YouTube video and just tell us, you know, what do you think of this? What does it look like? Do you think you'll use it? Something along those lines. It'll be a random winner. I'm going to leave this running all weekend, so Monday at noon Eastern, we'll be posting up a winner, and we'll be contacting you through YouTube from Ask Mr. Robot, and then you have a 3-day pass to PAX Prime. Peter, thanks so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure. And again, thank you so much for providing this opportunity to the League of Legends community.
Thanks for having us.